'Twas just 3 weeks till Christmas joy, when Colin Kaepernick shivered in snowy Illinois. He was battered and felt the pain. So did his replacement, a Gabbert named Blaine.
Here's Gabbert to throw from his end zone under pressure. Leonard Floyd's got him wrapped up, and down he goes for the safety.
Matt Barkley's spirals were nice and sailed through the flakes. Jordan Howard scored thrice with power, not grace.
Takes turns, giving to Jordan Howard, puts his shoulders down, bulldozing all the way into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears!
It was an easy win wrapped up with a bow, while the Niners lost their 11th in a row.
Here is this week's Prudential Puzzler. I played the defensive line for the Dallas Cowboys for 13 years. In my career, I scored 4 touchdowns, all against the Washington Redskins. Who am I?
Matthew Stafford has a rifle right arm, wears number 9, and played high school football in Texas. And though all the same can be said about Drew Brees, there was no confusing them Sunday. 3 interceptions thrown by the guy in the golden helmet. 3 hours of big plays by the one throwing to Golden Domers.
Matthew pumps his leg, wants to throw, looks left, throws end zone, caught. There it is! Touchdown, Detroit Lions, Theo Riddick!
3 former Notre Dame players, Theo Riddick, T.J. Jones, number 13, and Golden Tate, helped Stafford complete 16 of his first 17 passes.
Matthew wants to throw again, looking left, throws deep left side. It is caught inside the 15-yard line. Oh, Golden Tate! How did you do that? Matthew leans in, he's got it. Back to pass, pressure comes, sets goes right side, got a man wide open, it's Golden, inside the 35, Golden cut left to the 30, it's a foot race, 20, Golden 10, Golden 5, Golden to the end zone, touchdown Detroit Lions, 66 yards!
It was cheer, cheer for old Detroit, which outgunned the NFL's top-ranked offense to remain in first place in the NFC North.
Great stuff. Second down, 4-man rush. Cousins all kinds of time. Gonna sling it deep. Deshaun Jackson turns around. Willie Mays tight catch. And Deshaun Jackson. Touchdown! My goodness. 80 yards. Wentz. Pressure coming. Drilled. Ball is loose. It's on the ground. Picked up. Washington, Murphy, the Redskins are going to win it. Ryan Kerrigan did the work and Murphy finished it off.
But Ryan Kerrigan just goes right by the backup to the backup to the backup, right tackle Matt Tobin. And eventually the injuries for the Philadelphia Eagles come back to bite them. I think a valiant effort for the Philadelphia Eagles. Wentz, you got to get rid of the ball, but your right tackle's got to block Ryan Kerrigan as well.
Talked about Wentz leading at the end, but there's Kirk Cousins, John, and he led this team on a drive. Ended up being the go-ahead drive.
Yeah.
Fuck! Son of a bitch! Fuck!
Kerrigan did the work and Murphy finished it off.
Garbage ass fucking offensive line! Why the fuck can you not block? Block the motherfucker! Nah, nigga. Don't you blame that shit on Wentz. This garbage ass fucking line can't block.
And it ended on the sack, and John, you were begging for the Redskins to get off the field. It took a while, but they finally did. And their playoff hopes are well.
Block the motherfucker! All the fuck you have to do! Block the motherfucker! Block him! Even hold the bitch! Hold him if you have to! Hold him! Grab him! Throw a fucking flag! Anything is worse than a fucking penalty!
Had a little bit of everything. Had some bad feelings. 5 lead changes. And Carson Wentz tried to...
I'm in a turnover.
It was Ryan Kerrigan with a strip sack to end it. And Washington with the win may lead back into the playoff picture depending on what happens later today. They're now 7-5, 1 in the East.
Get that motherfucking Matt Tobin out of here! Get him the fuck out of here! I broke my motherfucking window and shit!
They're as good as there is in this league. They're starting to really grow that running game around Kelly and that offensive line. And then we know about the weapons outside that Cousins has at his disposal.
The question is, can they get enough defense? They did at the end today. The Redskins win dramatically in Philadelphia. For Pam Oliver, John Lynch, I'm Kevin Burkhardt. Thanks for watching. Kirk Menefee and the guys have more. Kirk.
An even closer game between the Cardinals and Dolphins. In fact, Arizona just
Garbage ass motherfuckers!
got a touchdown and 2-point conversion. Here's how it happened. Chris Myers, Rondé Barber, Holly Saunders, take it away and explain everything to everybody.
Cut Matt Tobin.
Rondé Barber and Holly Saunders.
Cut that motherfucker! Cut him! Cut him! Cut him! Get him the fuck out of here! Get him the fuck out of here! Get Leotis McKellen the fuck out of here! I don't give a fuck about a goddamn picks!
The Cardinals, after a disastrous first half, have rallied back to tie. Carson Palmer suffering a couple of interceptions and losing a fumble, but has battled back. Just over 3 minutes to play.
What a bunch of fucking failures. What a bunch of fucking failures, man. This fucking... What a bunch of fucking losers. Motherfucker, you can't even win one for the motherfucking fans, nigga. Like...
2 touches today, 2 touchdowns. This was the one...
I understand we're out of playoff contention, but God fucking damn.
David Johnson for the 2-point conversion.
Jesus. What a fucking pathetic ass motherfucking... Just a bunch of garbage ass motherfucking losers, man. A bunch of pathetic motherfuckers. Fuck!
And a missed extra point for Bruce Arians. From 41 wasn't good, but then made a 56-yarder. But then this extra
Horrible motherfuckers! You fucking... Oh my God.
I knew I was going to do it. No, we didn't.
Here's the answer to the Prudential Puzzler. I scored 4 touchdowns, all against the Redskins. Who am I? I am Larry Cole, wearing number 63 for the Dallas Cowboys. I played in 5 Super Bowls, but I seem to be remembered most for scoring 4 touchdowns against the Washington Redskins. Of course, when you're a defensive lineman, That's a rather remarkable feat.
What's going on, people? This your boy, the ace taker of the Detroit Lions and the DVE family, and this you coming in with another edition of the Ace Takers Rants. Got your little victory lap and review in the same video again. Another impressive fucking win for the Lions. Obviously, much expected because of the opponent, but let's just say, man, hey, the Care Bears, man, they showed out today, man. They showing that they got some promise for the future, man. That defense is real, dog. That defense right there, man. They came in there and played, man. They gave us a good game today, man. And it ain't like I'm shot bad because I know their defense was playing pretty well this season. And you know, coming into the season, you kind of expected their defense to take a step up. Now I know they had a lot of injuries this year and shit like that, but hey, the young boys is probably the surprise. You know, they was stepping up. Matt Barkley had a pretty decent game too, man. He made this shit competitive, man. That's all you can ask for, man. The Bears didn't come in here and lay down. I actually thanked them for that, man. We needed a game where we didn't, you know, where we was tested. That way we could come into these last 3 games and we could just pick up right where we left off, man. I mean, this Lions team is battle tested, man. This Lions team is ready, man. This 3-game stretch coming up ain't even tough because we've been having playoff games all fucking year, man. When you think about it, you know, we've been, you know, they say we got one of the easiest schedules coming to the season and shit like that. But when you look at it, man, it's actually one of the hardest because we've actually been playing good defenses. Good defenses is always going to trump good offenses. And we've been having good defenses all fucking year. And, you know, the face. And so, I think that we're ready. I think a lot of the teams in the NFC in the playoffs in general are not ready for the playoffs right now. They aren't. You know, you can see around the league. A lot of teams just are not ready for the playoffs. We are, because we've been in this situation since when the Eagles game. That game was pretty much the game that decided our season, man. And, you know, ever since that game, we just been doing our thing, man. We just been, you know, the danger zone, as we've been calling it. So we just been doing our thing all year, so it ain't no surprise to me that, you know, going into these last 3 games, you know, we're in this position. We got a chance to win all 3 of them bastards, man. I even heard a scenario where the number one seed is still at stake, but we need Dallas to go 0-3. And I mean, we had to win that head-to-head matchup, so I'm not hanging on that. I'm not even hanging on the number 2 seed because, you know, Seattle, you know, they got 3 games in their division, but it's going to be 3 games that they can win easily. So I think Seattle going to be hopping right back into the number 2 spot. And if we got to go up there, we got to go up there. You know, I'm not scared of Seattle, man. You know, every time we face Seattle, I mean, it hasn't been as big of a sample size as some of the other teams we face in the NFC because it seems like we always end up avoiding Seattle. If you know, it's like we always end up avoiding Seattle for some reason, like in the 9 NFC West years that we have. We always end up avoiding these niggas. So, but in the games when we have faced them since Russell Wilson and Pete Carroll been there, I mean, we taking care of these bastards, man. We taking care of them, man. Even in the last game, I mean, if it was for the referee call, I mean, we probably win that game, you know. But, you know, hey, in the playoffs, man, you face who's ever in front of you just like you do during the regular season. It don't matter. You got to beat these teams to get in there anyways. It's the postseason tournament. I'm not worried about who we face. I'm not even worried about the next 3 weeks because, to me, we've been in this position all year. You know, I worry about the teams that we're facing if they're ready for us because they haven't faced a team quite like us, you know, where, you know, we could be down in the 4th quarter and, you know, we end up snatching the game away. Now, did want to address real quick before we get into this intro. I was like, you know, with the Bear fans today, I was like, dude, why y'all complaining about the refs? You know, if there's one thing I can respect from Judah Tribe in his quote is that he did not blame the refs. And I think Bear fans should have been on that shit, or even fans who thought that the referees took the game away from him. First of all, you had no chance of winning that game. You were never winning the game. It wasn't your game to win. You know, I'm like, the Bears, you 3-10. You act like the referees owed you something. Like, and we got hold ourselves in that game. So I don't think there was a bias either way. I think it was just a crappy officiated game, just like most NFL games. But it don't mean you get to use that as an excuse for the loss. I mean, you had the lead in the fourth quarter. All you had to do was protect it. You made a few bad plays, guys dropping the ball, and you didn't stop Matthew Stafford when it counted. You know, you didn't stop him. So you could blame several things. John Fox, you could blame several things. I mean, but Bear fans, instead of complaining about this game, you should be happy that you're even competitive in the first fucking place, because this game shows you what you got in your team, you know, in the future. You know, that you could hang with a team like us, and your defense is looking promising, you know. I mean, did you literally think you were going to come out of this game with a win? I mean, that was the thing that actually kind of shocked me. There was that they thought they were going to actually win this game. You know, you're up here, not at Soldier Field, you know. So that whole thing, I definitely want to get that off my chest, because I had a few Bear fans in my ear yesterday about the referee cheating. I was like, get the fuck out of here. Some family members too. I'm like, get the fuck out of here. But it is what it is. We 9-4. We running the table. We just gotta keep doing what we're doing. I'm gonna address Green Bay, Minnesota, and victory lap and review side of things. So just enjoy this, you know, and I appreciate everyone. I heard I had 800 subs. I didn't realize when I came into today. You know, my focus is 2,000 subs. That's my focus. You know, 800 is good, but my focus is 2,000. You know, I want to get to 2,000. But you know, it is what it is. I'm more appreciative, more than the subs. I'm more appreciative of the views I've been getting from my videos the last few weeks. I mean, they've been like, especially those clips I've been uploading. Man, they've been pretty impressive. So I've been really appreciative of the love and support I've been getting from everyone. I've been getting a lot of new viewers and a lot of new fans or subs to the channel. Really appreciative of all of that. So it just shows the love and the continued community that, you know, the Detroit sports scene has been building on here for the last few years now, especially this season, man. So, you know, I really appreciate all that, you know. And again, I have to acknowledge, my boy, You Should Know, man. You Should Know one, man. I've seen some of his videos. I didn't get a chance to comment on some of the other boy videos this year. I'm going to do that after I record the Victory Lap and Review, man. But it was pretty good. And I love that hate week this week, man. Before I get into the intro, man, that hate week, man, was strong this week. I had no reason to be a part of it. First of all, neither one of the two main dudes, y'all know who they are, Judah Tribe and Josh Boy 966. They didn't mention my name the whole week. So I was like, hey, I'm going to step back. I'm not even going to be a part of it. Now, I actually had somebody in my message box who actually noticed that they did say my name. I watched their videos anyways, and I didn't pay that close attention to it, because I didn't even really pay that close attention to what the hell they were saying. Because it was a lot of nonsense, a lot of delusional factors. It was some of the same shit repeated over and over again. But someone said that they, especially on Judah Tribe, he didn't want to mention your name because he didn't want no parts of Yasmin Green or none of the other girls coming to it. That made me laugh, because I thought about that for a second. I think he didn't want none of that, but I was like, Dante Chase and Man Beast took care of that week. Craig Jockman and 303 Hitman too. But really, Dante Chase, man, he was the star of the week, man. Dante Chase, my boy, man, shout out to Dante Chase, by the way. That was one of the strongest hate week videos I ever seen in the TTC, period. And I've been watching TTC videos since about 2009, 2010. Dog, that shit was strong as fuck. He had me rolling. I think I saw that shit like maybe 10, 15 times. That shit was rolling, man. He killed it. I mean, they couldn't even come back, man. Dude couldn't even come back from that, man. There was no way to come back from that. That shit was so damn strong. That Man Beast just cleaned them up with the fucking hygiene products, dog. That shit had me. Me and Lindsay was talking on the phone, I think that was Thursday or something. But Wednesday or Thursday, man, we was talking about, man, we was rolling. We was absolutely rolling for Man Beast's video, and he brought the hygiene products. That shit was so original, man. But it was a good hate week, man. I didn't need to be a part of it. I didn't want to be a part of it. You know, I wanted to sit back and relax, man. I just watched the show, man, and just watched it go down. I knew the boys gonna handle it, man. So it was a really good, strong week. But like I said, man, they didn't want no parts of that, man, because I told y'all my Thanksgiving, you know, when I went out to Detroit on Thanksgiving for the game, I told y'all the girls was roasting Drew Travis' ass, man. So he didn't want no parts of it, man. So if you ask me, absolutely tore that niggas to shreds. I don't think he been the same ever since then. But it is what it is or whatever, man. We done with that. We got to focus in on New York and Dallas. They got a strong fan base. They've been talking shit all year. It's time to roll. It's time to roast on their ass. So we got the big boys of the NFC East right now. So we got a tough hate week. So let's go, man. Do y'all know what time it is? Do y'all really know what time it is? Do you really know what time it is? It's Ace time, bitch!
Okay, Lions fans, are you excited? I'm somewhat excited.
I'm excited about what you're going to do with week 1. What are you saying there?
This was everyone's hot team last year going in. It didn't work out that way. People are kind of more excited about the Colts even. I am not quite sold.
Me either.
That being said, Jim Bob Cooter, the offensive coordinator, I'm not sold on what he's selling either. So I'm going to give that a road. There we go. Tennessee, I'm going to give them a W at Green Bay. That's a loss.
Tennessee lose every game.
No, that's not true. But listen,
it's true.
Don't buy the Tennessee hype train just yet.
At the
people,
Bears.
I'm telling you. At the Bears on the road. I'm going to give them a W. All right? Division win on the road. They're sitting at 2-2. All right, quarter number 2. What do we got?
Well, last year you watched the Eagles-Lions at Detroit, and it was awful. Philadelphia just got destroyed. I think Philadelphia is going to be a little bit better, but I still like Detroit at home. Give them a win.
Okay, so the dub for the Lions there, 3-2. The Rams, the LA Rams.
Yeah, Rams at home. I like this as a dub as well for the Lions.
Wow.
Okay, now Washington.
Disrespecting that Rams defense. Okay.
Interesting spot of the schedule here. 3 straight home games for the Lions. I do think they lose one of these. This is the one I'm going to say they lose. I hope the Redskins get their rushing game together because that's how they're going to win that game. At Houston, I got as a loss.
Okay, so we are 4-4. At 500 going into crunch part of the season. Vikings,
I think that's okay.
At the Vikings. Go ahead and throw me an L up there. Yep. I think that'll be that was an improved team last year. This year they'll be even better. Bye week.
Good time for a bye.
It's a great time. This is a team I like. Like the quarterback. Like the young guns.
This is a
defense.
Home game.
I know. The defense, everyone thinks going to be vastly improved. We'll see. I'm still going to give them an L there.
The Lions losing at home to the Jags.
Is that not like the Lions?
Absolutely. It's like the Lions.
Go.
I just don't know if it's like Gus Bradley's team, but we'll find out this year.
Well,
we shall see.
We shall see. Minnesota, this team I was high on last year, that's another L. Okay. And then at the Sage, you pick, because I don't want the homer tag on Twitter. So, Elliot, that one's all yours. Week 13, what's it going to be?
You know what? This is a tough place to play.
Yeah.
I think this is an even game, but I'm going to give New Orleans the home field. Although New Orleans not as strong at home as they used to be.
It's been a bit disappointing.
All right, so we went from 4-4. Man, we went from 4-2.
6 straight losses.
6 straight losses.
It's not far.
All right, I've got to give them a win. It's a division game.
Okay.
It's in front of their home folk, and I'm not a big believer in the Bears this year either, Heath, so they get a win there. At the Giants, I'm not huge on the Giants either, but I'm giving them a loss there.
Bye week, good time for a bye. It's a great time. This is a team I like the quarterback, like the young guns. The defense, I know. The defense, everyone thinks will be vastly improved. We'll see. I'm still gonna give them an L there. The Lions losing at home to the Jags. Off a bye. Is that not like the Lions? Absolutely. Okay, like the Lions. I just don't know if it's like Gus Bradley's team, but we'll find out this year. Well, we shall see. We shall see. Minnesota, this team I was high on last year, that's another L. Okay. And then at the Sage, you pick, because I don't want the homer tag on Twitter. So, Elliot, that one's all yours. Week 13, what's it gonna be? This is a tough place to play. Yeah, I think this is an even game, but I'm going to give New Orleans the home field. Although New Orleans not as strong at home as they used to be. It's been a bit disappointing. All right.
Hey, the good thing is this is on paper what we see. Lions, go prove us wrong. 5-11, prove us wrong.
Cheese on the back corner here. All right. Okay.
That's your 5th piece of cheese. That's why you're so big.
I knew I was going to do it. No, we didn't. I'm done.
Tracy, will you come on? If I don't make this phone call, somebody else will get the job.
So, what else is new, Lucky?
My name is Corinne Burns. I'm replying to your mother's helper's ad.
Nobody's gonna hire you.
My name is Corinne Burns.
In case you haven't heard, you're the laughingstock of this town.
Can I get a lift to town?
I'll see you at rehearsal.
He was in the class ahead of you in Carolyn, remember? She used to go out with him.
I get these cravings for sweets and candy and ice cream. It's like I threw up this morning. But I get morning sickness now. I've eaten, and I just have to eat all the time. You know, ice cream and everything. I've never had such a sweet tooth. Cake and ice cream and candy.
Barnett's out there. He wants you to take this.
Thank you. Anyway.
Now you're really gonna have a freak.
We're the #1 rock and roll group in the world, and we are going to see that everything is going to be different. It's all got to change. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to build a radio station tomorrow, and we're not going to play any commercials and no news, just rock and roll and the truth. 1, 2, 3, 4!
zone. Highway to the danger zone. Right into the danger zone.
I feel the need for speed. Ow!
Ooh, I'm eating so much better tonight. Ooh, boy, I might even eat 3 plates now. 3 plates.
Coming up on the NFL Today.
Between Matthew Stafford's impressive play and the success of their bend but don't break defense, the Lions are headed toward their first ever NFC North title.
Goes to the end zone! Touchdown, Detroit Lions!
After Thursday night's win over Oakland, Kansas City is #1 in the AFC West. But with the Raiders and defending champion Broncos on their heels, the race to the top is still up for grabs. A lot is riding on tonight's big NFC East showdown between the G-Men and Cowboys. And if recent history is any guide, the outcome will likely rest on the arms and legs of some impressive rookies.
You're watching the NFL Today on CBS.
The NFL Today on CBS Sports is presented by Southwest. Yes to low fares with nothing to hide. That's transparency.
Playoff game in 25 years. But quarterback Matthew Stafford having an MVP type of season for the North Division leaders. And this could turn out to be the season they finally roar. So let's have our Detroit native, Bart Scott, lead us through this week's edition of the NFL Before Today.
Detroit City is one of the finest in this world.
Detroit, the Motor City, my hometown, and the unluckiest city in the NFL. Sure, we've got NBA titles, World Series wins, Stanley Cups. But the closest Detroit has ever been to the Super Bowl was when we hosted it.
Steelers come to Detroit with a job well done.
Hey, I know that guy. Detroit's a town so tough, our civic symbol is a fist. But when it comes to football, it might as well be punching the Lions right in the face. Yeah, the Lions have had talent. Bobby Lane, Barry Sanders, Calvin Johnson. But they once lost a playoff game 5-0. 5-0! Went 0-16 and had a head coach win the coin toss in overtime and choose to kick off. And that was back when we had sudden death. And oh yeah, this happened.
The ruling on the field stands. It is an incomplete pass.
So that's why I think this is the Lions' year. Not only do they have the skill, they've got all the luck. 7 out of their 8 wins have come with Detroit behind in the fourth quarter.
This game is over!
And instead of coming up snake eyes, it's coming out smelling like roses. JB, when you retire as a player, you go back to your childhood team. It was the Detroit Lions for me. And so happy for that fan base who had to endure a lot. The Matt Millen years were tough for us in Detroit. And finally, to turn that corner and seem like they have a team that's built for the future. You know, my father's at home smiling right now. He's happy.
Barry Sanders could make a 5-yard run, the most exciting run in the league, though. Thank you, Bart. No question about it. All right, folks, time now to turn to the pregame HQ delivered by Domino's. Stafford has been steady throughout this season, but the Lions' D has suddenly stepped up of late. Over the last 6 games, they've allowed 9 fewer points per game to their opponents, resulting in 5 wins. So the question is, what are the key factors that have led to the surging D in Motown?
Oh, thank you for that trip down memory lane, Bart. I appreciate that one. When you look at the defense of the Detroit Lions, yes, their last 6 games, no opponent, over 20 points. And I love what Terrell Austin is doing with this defense. When you look at him on tape, what he's done is been creative in his pass rush. They're doing things right now with deception. They have the look of one, dropping others back. But the most important thing with this is you got a man free and you're coordinated with rush and you're coordinated with coverage right there. So you see him stop at the 3rd down. Then they disguise. Watch Darius Slay down here. Make it look like man-to-man. A quick twirl turns into a trap defense. Sam Bradford does not see it. He throws it to Darius Slay. Another 4th quarter comeback for the Detroit Lions on Thanksgiving Day. But the one thing I love about that Terrell Austin defense has been the effort and relentless pursuit you have. Here you see him lined up. It's a 3rd down against the Washington Redskins and Kirk Cousins. When a ball is thrown, what you see is everybody running to the football. Pursuit, relentlessness. Right there, you have 9 people in the picture. These guys fly around. They're coordinated. I love the energy with which they play. Offense, they got Stafford. They've got an offense, but they got a team defense. Terrell Austin should be up for the next head coaching vacancy when there is one. But the question I have to you guys, is this the best team in the NFC North, or do you think the Green Bay Packers can still overcome it?
Well, here's the deal. Donald Trump won the presidency. The Chicago Cubs won the World Series, and Army beat Navy. So maybe it is Detroit's year. But take a look at these schedules, guys. There's one person that may derail Detroit, and it may be in Week 17, and it may be in Detroit, and that one person is Aaron Rodgers. As Aaron Rodgers said a couple weeks ago, don't panic. We can win out, and certainly they can, especially with the way that he's playing as of late.
I don't think so, Boom. I think this team, all they have to do is win 1, maybe 2 games. It's tough sledding for Green Bay starting today against Seattle Seahawks. That's going to be a tough nugget to go. And then at the end of the season, they face the Detroit Lions. This team is battle-tested.
Yeah, well, you know what? Going up to Green Bay, you hit the nail right on the head. You're talking about the wizard, Mr. RELAX. Aaron Rodgers has been playing out of his mind.
You got a fat head of Aaron Rodgers in your bedroom, I know.
Because I love this guy, because he's playing such good football right now. And remember, the weather up in Green Bay, it's frightful, okay? It's that time of year. It's snowing and blizzards. I believe Aaron Rodgers in this environment at home, he said he has to run the table. I'm getting on the Packers bandwagon, and I'm saying they're going to be able to do it.
Spoken like a true Californian. It's frightful. It's frightful.
Football weather, JB. I know it's not frightful. It's football weather.
You need a running game in football weather.
And a reminder, Week 15 in the league begins with Thursday Night Football, featuring an NFC West matchup between the LA Rams and the Seattle Seahawks. That comes your way at 8:15 p.m. Eastern. Then it's a special Saturday edition of Thursday Night Football as the Dolphins face the Jets at 8:15 Eastern on NFL Network. Now with game time fast approaching, time now to set the scene at your game as we take you out first on the field for the latest news and updates on your matchup.
All right, JB, a look inside Ford Field towards downtown Detroit. Snowy lake conditions here a couple of weeks away from Christmas as they are getting into the holiday spirit, and we are getting ready for the Detroit Lions and the Chicago Bears. Welcome inside the booth alongside Solomon Wilcots. I'm Spiro Ditas. So, Solomon, here we go. Detroit and the Bears. Last time these two teams met, Week 4, a game won by Chicago 17-14. So much has changed. Detroit's season has turned around, and they've got a healthy 2-game lead in the division.
And it all starts with their head coach, Jim Caldwell. He's put together a team that plays complementary football. They have the fewest turnovers of any team in the National Football League. They play great on special teams and great fundamentals on the defensive side of the ball, where they miss the fewest tackles of any defense in the NFL. And of course, they put it on the shoulders of their talented quarterback, Matthew Stafford, who's playing at a tremendously high level. He told us that he has 95% of the playbook to use at his disposal at the line of scrimmage. That's why he has now 7 fourth-quarter come-from-behind wins. The defense has got it done as well. Glover Quinn, he's like the quarterback on the defensive side of the ball. Plays with a tremendously high football IQ, great awareness on defense.
Well, meantime, it's been a long season for John Fox here in Chicago with the Bears, a team that enters the day just 3-9. They did get back in the win column last week in snowy, blizzard-like conditions at Soldier Field, a big win over San Francisco. And today, Matt Barkley set to make his 3rd straight start, first time as a road starter in the NFL, and he's been very good and very economical with his production over his first couple of starts. And all eyes continue to be on their rookie running back, Jordan Howard, who has taken the league by storm. Certainly one of the few bright spots for the Bears in a season of mounting injuries and mounting losses. And so the Bears and the Lions coming up at the top of the hour. We will get you back to the NFL today right after this.
NFL Today on CBS Sports is presented by Southwest. Yes to low fares with nothing to hide. That's transparency.
And welcome back to the NFL Today. Right now, the Bears and Lions are getting set for their matchup. And as we approach kickoff, let's send you out live to Detroit with our announcers, Spiro Ditas and Solomon Wilcots. Gentlemen.
All right, JB, outside Ford Field, that snow continues to come down. Inside the stadium, we're nice and toasty as we get you set for the Detroit Lions and the Chicago Bears in an old-fashioned NFC North Division battle. A look at the updated standings. The Lions, a team that has not won a division title in 22 seasons, a healthy 2-game lead at 8-4, and winners of 7 of their last 8. Bears rounding out the basement at 3-9. A look at the updated NFC postseason picture. You see where the Lions sit with just 4 regular season weeks left, 2 games up on both Minnesota and Green Bay as they get set to take on the Chicago Bears. Hi, everyone. A couple of weeks away from Christmas, we welcome you to downtown Detroit alongside Solomon Wilcots. I'm Spiro Ditas. So much has changed for both of these teams. The last time they met at Soldier Field back in Week 4, a 3-point win for the Bears. But as I mentioned, the Lions, a healthy 2-game lead in the division as they get set for the final quarter of the year.
Yeah, Spiro, you know, the Chicago Bears, they may struggle to win games, but they certainly know how to compete. And no one knows that better than the Detroit Lions because they lost to these Chicago Bears back in Week 4.
Well, for Detroit, the major headline of this season, of course, has been Matthew Stafford. In his 8th year in the league and at the age of 28, he has put it all together. Career-like numbers. He's never been better, and he has been on an incredible stretch during this 7-1 run. You see the touchdown-to-interception ratio, just 5 picks that he has thrown all season. And Solomon, he has spread the wealth amongst that wide receiving core.
I think the Lions have the complete package of wide receivers surrounding their quarterback, Matthew Stafford. And it starts with Golden Tate. He leads all wide receivers in the NFL with yards after the catch, helps to supplement the run game. Anquan Bolden kind of serves as a tight end in this offense. He leads the team in touchdown receptions. And Marvin Jones has the speed to stretch the field to open it up for all the other wide receivers. Now, the Lions play complementary football. That means their defense is good enough to go down to New Orleans and shut out Drew Brees and end his 60-game streak with a touchdown pass at home. And then 3 interceptions against Drew Brees. This defense, they keep you out of the end zone. They've not allowed 20 points or more in each of their last 6 games. In fact, they've done that 8 times so far this year, more than any defense in the NFL.
Well, meantime, for John Fox and the Chicago Bears, it's been a long season. Injuries have been a major storyline for this club. 11 of their 22 opening day starters either injured or suspended as they sit in 3-9 and closing in on a 6th consecutive season of missing the NFL playoffs. So what do the Bears fans have to look forward to? Certain positions, and Matt Barkley getting set for his 3rd career start. This will be his first road start as an NFL quarterback. Probably should be 2-0 if Josh Bellamy catches that routine touchdown at the end of that Week 12 game against Tennessee. They did get back in the win column last week in blizzard-like conditions, knocking off the Niners at Soldier Field, but all eyes have been on this rookie revelation at the running back position, Solomon Jordan Howard.
Well, Howard is that big back that will beat up your defense. He gets better as the game goes on. 5 games with over 100 yards or more rushing, tied for most in the National Football League, and then 4.8 yards per carry. I think it's proof positive to just the kind of running back he is.
How about our tools for success presented by Home Depot?
Well, how about Chicago Bears outside linebacker Leonard Floyd? He's coming off a 2-sack performance last week against the San Francisco 49ers. He has 7 sacks on the season, and they need that kind of performance from him here today. Now, Joyke Bell, he's a running back that was signed by the Lions on Tuesday. He's going to replace Theo Riddick as a third down back here today. For the Bears, they've got to be able to sustain pressure on the quarterback, Matthew Stafford. And then for the Detroit Lions, that defense has to be able to contain and tackle the powerful running back, Jordan Howard.
There is a buzz around this Lions team here in Detroit as the first place Lions gear up to take on their old foes from the Windy City. Lions-Bears starting lineup and the opening kick coming up. You're watching the NFL on CBS.
Monday.
Merry Christmas!
A very Kevin Christmas the whole family will fall for. A new Kevin can wait. Then, a Blizzard gas station gifts. What will Santa bring?
Pool toy for Emmy, but it says trucker's hemorrhoid ring.
Man with a plan after Kevin can wait. Both shows are new. CBS this Monday.
Ho, ho, ho to you too.
In downtown Detroit, Michigan, it's the NFL on CBS. Today, a Week 14 battle in the NFC North between the Bears and the Lions. And today's game being broadcast in Spanish, where available using the SAP button on your television.
Presenting the Subway Fresh Buds. Served to you by Subway Restaurants.
We are an unstoppable force, but we got to do it together.
Last week, the Steelers defeated the Giants with Ben Roethlisberger throwing for nearly 300 yards and 2 scores. Led by linebacker James Harrison and safety Sean Davis, Pittsburgh's defense had 2 sacks and 2 interceptions as the Steelers won their 3rd straight to stay in the race for the AFC North.
CBS Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
Inside the 45, a pickup of only a yard, and this is the big one coming up here, 3rd and 9, as we come up on the final 9 minutes.
What do you do here? I mean, the receivers have gotten open. You know, Coach Fox talked about the young receivers, Cameron Meredith, Josh Bellamy. They're running good routes. The ball's coming out of the hand in a timely manner and an accurate manner from the quarterback, Matt Barkley. So you try to isolate one of those 2 receivers and see which one can make a play.
Third and 9. Barkley escapes initially, but sacked. Kerry Hyder getting there for the Lions. Right now down 4, 2nd and goal. Stafford under pressure, gonna tuck it away and run for it inside the 5, and he's in for the Lions. Touchdown! And Detroit back in front.
You know, it's not as pretty as a Cam Newton or some of the other running quarterbacks around the NFL, but you just love the grit and poise of Matthew Stafford. Watch, all his receivers are going to be covered. Wants to go to his left, nowhere to go there. Under pressure. Now watch him attack the line of scrimmage, and now he attacks the goal line. I saw him make plays like this, Spiro, during his rookie campaign with a dislocated shoulder. He brought his team from behind in a win against Cleveland. And from then on, he owned the town, he owned the team, and everyone knew he could come back in the 4th quarter.
Can't question Stafford's grit and toughness. First rushing touchdown of the season and a 13th of his 8-year career. You're watching the NFL on CBS. Fox and the Bears trying to play spoiler. Lions 8-4, 2 games up in the division. Trying to close in on what would be their first division title in 22 years. Barkley's pass is caught. Meredith still on his feet. Meredith inside the 20. Meredith to the 15-yard line. Darius Slay forced him out of bounds. 27 yards, and it's coming back.
Still first down.
Wow. Big time play, but they're going to get a holding on number 72, Charles Leno. He's going to be the left tackle. Take a look right there. Working against Ziggy Ansah. There's your hold right there. Near takedown. But what a play in the passing game. These receivers, they're young. They get open. They make plays. They may drop one or two. But boy, this young team for John Fox, they continue to fight.
That is a killer 27-yard pass play negated, and you saw Chicago 129 penalty yards against them. 48 seconds left. 1st and 20. Barkley throws a dart, and it is caught.
What a play.
Daniel Braverman, the 7th-round rookie out of Western Michigan. Another flag is thrown.
Holding number 62, offense.
Unbelievable.
10-yard penalty, still first down.
Every way possible. Whether it's receivers dropping passes or offensive linemen like Larson getting a holding call on a great pass play. Here he is at the right guard position against Haloti Ngata. Passes him off, and then right here. Yeah, that's just every time. You got to block and trust that your quarterback, Matt Barkley, is going to get rid of it every single time. You do the best you can to block and stay in front of them, but once they get past you, you have to let them go. Wow.
Bears right now going in the wrong direction. 1st and 30. This is Brown again. The first down is all the way up at the Detroit 33-yard line. Connor Barth again, the target line for them right around the Detroit 40. His career long, as I mentioned, 57 yards. That was back in 2011.
Both of those previous passes by Bellamy as well as Braverman would have put them in field goal range. It's incredible. Comes right back off because of holding penalties.
Where do they go on 2nd and 25? Barkley's pass a bit high and incomplete. No flag. That Bears sideline chirping. Deontay Thompson was covered by Lawson on the play.
You can see the tight coverage intended for Thompson. Lawson kind of stumbles there. Looked like there was a collision. Look at that right there. See, he's grabbing hold of him prior to the arrival of the ball. You know, you can't judge, okay, how much did he interfere? If there's contact on the receiver before the arrival of the ball, that's pass interference.
3rd and 25. Barkley's pass is caught. That's Meredith breaking a couple of tackles, brought down right around the 47, a pickup of 14. And now it looks like a timeout has been taken by the Bears, with a 4th and 11 coming up and 18 seconds left in a 3-point game. Another reminder to keep it here. Coming up, the Subway postgame show. JB and the fellas standing by in our New York studios. A busy week 14 around the NFL as the playoff picture starts to come together in both conferences. And Salmon, it's the biggest play call of the day coming up for the Bears on a 4th and 11.
Well, the fact that they do have one timeout, they can attack over the middle of the field because they're attacking the linebacker, number 57, Josh Bynes. Just watch him because he's not able to match up and help his corners on any of those crossing routes over the middle of the field. As long as the protection holds up, they're getting receivers open over the middle of the field, and if they do so, they have a timeout left to stop the clock.
Barkley's pass up the middle is deflected What's the call here? They say incomplete, and it will be a turnover on downs. It was Bellamy trying to go airborne for the catch. And a Lion.
Wow, we've seen this before from the Bears just 2 weeks ago against the Titans.
So Bears team down to their third different starting quarterback, an incredibly thin wide receiving core. Will fall to 3-10 on the season. Meantime, the Detroit Lions survive as they move to 8-1 in their last 9 games. They've won 5 straight. Updated look at the NFC playoff picture. Detroit now moves to 9-4 for Seattle and Green Bay coming up later this afternoon. So the final score, the Lions over the Bears, 20-17. Now for Solomon Wilcott, Spiro Dita saying so long from Detroit. Coming up next, the Subway postgame show will bring you back to New York right after this on CBS.
CBS Sports presents the Geico Play of the Day.
Trailing by 6 points in the third quarter, Redskins quarterback Kirk Cousins looks deep, real deep, and finds Deshaun Jackson, who makes the Willie Mays over-the-shoulder grab. He goes 80 yards to pay dirt for the score. Eagles quarterback Leotis McKelvin can do nothing but simply say hey.
Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
Matthew Stafford had a great game. 21 for 35, 223 yards. He did have the 2 interceptions, but when the game was on the line, he got the job done. That's why he's the MVP candidate.
And as such, it's only appropriate that after the game, he talked with our Spiro Ditas and Solomon Wilcots.
Matthew, you guys seem to like that fourth quarter drama. You make it interesting again. You find a way to win the game. Tell us what you thought and how you feel as you guys move to 9-4.
It's a great win. Offense, we turned the ball over twice. We can't do that, especially down there with points, and then we gave them points. It's 2 are on me. I got to make better throws, but total team win. Our defense did a great job stepping up late in the fourth, and we put together a drive and got in the end zone.
Take us inside of that beautiful mind after you throw the pick 6. I can look in your eyes. You just wanted the ball back in your hands. You led your team down for that fourth quarter touchdown, taking it in. You ran that thing in. What was going through your mind on that drive?
I was upset with myself for the play, before the third down to Anquan. I got to give him a better ball. And when you make a mistake, I just want the ball back so I can go out there and make it right. I didn't play as well as I can today, but guys around me picked me up, and I was able to get in there at the end of the game, help us get a touchdown.
How fun is this now, Matthew? You guys sit at 9-4, still atop the division with a pretty comfortable lead, but a very tough schedule coming up your last 3 weeks.
It's great. Obviously, anytime you win, it's a positive in this league. They never come easy, especially in the division. Chicago's a really good team, playing well on defense and offense. So we'll take any win we can get. We'll celebrate this and move on to the next one.
That's the kind of competitiveness and honesty you want to see from your team leader. Time now, folks, for Brilliance on the Field, presented by Kay Jewelers. And, of course, it's Lions quarterback Matthew Stafford.
JB, I think it was more brilliance after the game in the post-game press.
And you know what? It's still looking as tight bill on the NFC side of the house as well, other than Dallas, of course, Coach.
Well, you look at this right now. Seattle is trailing Green Bay, but Detroit Lions, 9-4, still taking control of that. The Green Bay Packers, they're still right there trying to stay within that 2-game margin, because remember, they meet in week 17. And then certainly the Giants play tonight a big game against Dallas, and Tampa Bay is up early on New Orleans, and they played very well.
Another big win is the Washington Redskins came back and they beat the Philadelphia Eagles. And when you think about the NFC East, there's still going to be that game at the end of the year in Washington where the Giants go to visit them, because the Giants have a tough schedule. They have the Dallas Cowboys, they also have the Detroit Lions, and then they have the Philadelphia Eagles, and then they go to Washington. So there's a good chance that game could mean a wild card. And then, of course, in the North, when you take a look at this, the Lions, they have a very, very tough schedule. They got to go to the New York Giants next week, then at Dallas, and then Green Bay. That could be the toughest 3 games remaining on anybody's schedule in the NFL.
And Tony Gonzalez was pretty definitive about what he expected to happen in his crystal ball in the NFC North.
Well, you guys, it's no secret, I guess. I'm hopping on that bandwagon over there in Green Bay.
You fall in love too.
Hopping on it. You've been on it.
You fall hard, Tone.
Green Bay, if you look at this, right? You're looking at their remaining schedule, this tough game. If they can get past the Seattle Seahawks today, which is going to be a tough game, it's early, they are up, but it's going to be a long game. Their next toughest game, they have at home the Minnesota Vikings. And at the end of the year, that big game against the Detroit Lions, to me, that's going to be the deciding factor who's going to go to the playoffs.
But if Detroit wins one game, how can Green Bay catch them? If they win one more game, one of those 3 games, they're tough. But let me tell you, that's a soft 8-3 with the New York Giants. That's not a hard 8-3. I think they can go to the Meadowlands. They can take care of business.
Yeah, well,
Coach, 8-4.
We will see.
I'll say this. I mean, listen, you don't want to face Aaron Rodgers and have it come down to that game. There's one thing that Detroit has right now is they have a 2-game cushion. They need to take care of business and not let it even get to Week 17.
Yes, exactly.
And the one thing is the Detroit Lion defense. We talked about them in the pregame. They gave me up 10 points today. 7 of those 17 was a pick 6 that Matthew Stafford threw. This defense is flying around. I said it before, Terrell Austin, to me, the defensive coordinator, to me, should be one of the leading candidates for head coaching jobs that open up. This guy has done more with less than anybody in the National Football.
Just one other team. You know, we're not talking about Minnesota.
No.
If they won today, so if they win out, they get to 10-6. So they are not out of it yet either.
Minnesota, Green Bay eliminate themselves. One of them.
Darius, I respect you, Darius.
Talking with the head coach over here.
He did okay.
All right. The Subway post-game show.
All right, let's get into this, man. You know, the Lions, they played today's game wasn't much different from the rest of the games. I think the Saints game was the most different game we played so far. That's pretty obvious. The Saints game was just totally different. First of all, it didn't come down to the last drive. Wasn't no danger zone shit. We pretty much owned and controlled that team. But one thing that probably made that game different was that the Saints defense was probably the weakest defense that we had seen in a while. And I put a real emphasis on that last week because I felt like that was one of the reasons why our offense had one of the best games, probably the best game of the season, most efficient game for Stafford for sure. I think we know New Orleans very well because a lot of our system comes from the New Orleans system. So we know New Orleans. We know them very well. And I feel like in this game, the Bears know us very well. They always play us pretty close. This one was a little different because we usually blow them out at Ford Field. So I think that's why a lot of Lions fans, expected a blowout. And they were right in believing that. But I also knew in the back of my mind, I said, this game got a chance to be close. I was telling Bear fans that I knew that, look, this game going to be close because y'all defense is a lot better. And I knew we were in for a dogfight. I didn't really expect the blowout. I say if it is a blowout, it is what it is. But I didn't expect that. And I knew Matt Barkley was playing pretty decent football. So I said there's a chance, this game could come down. This could be another danger zone type game. But at the end of the day, I never wavered that we were going to lose this game. Even after the pick 6, we had a pick 6. It's another game. No, not a pick 6, but Jacksonville went up 19-16, I believe, in that game. And I was like, look, this is the same. This was basically like the Jacksonville game. And I was like, we're going to still come back and win this motherfucker. I never wavered from that. But still, Stafford had more time in this game than he had in some of his other danger zone games. So, it was just a foregone conclusion. And our defense has been playing well lately. And that's probably been the biggest thing. And what a huge surprise it was to see DeAndre Levy out there. Because DeAndre Levy, man, if that dude could actually stay healthy and can actually play the stretch, that'd be a huge lift to this team. Now he's got to get his legs under him, but the guy in his 2 games this season has looked really well. I mean, he looked real healthy in my opinion yesterday. He played really well. It didn't look like he lost a beat from 2014. the guy right now, man, is he's not playing at an all-world level like he did then. Like I said, that's why I said he got to get his legs under him. The more and more he plays, if as long as he's able to play, because it's a big if with this guy. As long as he continues to fucking play, he's going to be heavy amount of action on that defense. And right now, our defense isn't even like our superstars. Like him and Anza aren't even like the real healthy anchors on this team. We got guys like Kerry Hyder coming through, Josh Bynes. Like I said, Josh Bynes, man, I've been really impressed. I've been more impressed with him than last year. I think that I wrote him off, when he had to replace Calvin Noy, but he's really coming to his own. Been playing well. I think he actually has been an upgrade over Calvin Noy. I said that, I said that last week. Zetto, I've been liking what I've been seeing out of Zetto on that line. Kerry Hyder, man. Stephon Charles, Devin Taylor, Haloti Ngata. Haloti Ngata just been looking really good this season. And how about our secondary, man? Raphael Bush, Glover Quinn, Tavon Wilson, Killer Bruce still doing well. The only problem, this is part of the main weakness of our defense. Because I actually think the linebackers are slowly starting to improve a little bit. But it's still not that strong. I still want to see them. I still want to see Bob Quinn attack the linebackers with some draft picks next year, at least 2. That definitely still has to get done, and we still need more. Slay needs a corner opposite side of him. Now, Lawson, in my opinion, he was the weakness of the defense yesterday. He was a little trash, man. At times, he held his own, but he was a little trash too. I thought Cameron Meredith was beating the fuck out of him. He was a little trash yesterday, but he wasn't that bad. I mean, he wasn't as bad as he was earlier in the season. Like, earlier in the season, this dude was complete fucking garbage. But if he would have played slightly better, Matt Barkley might have not had as good of a game as he would have ended up having, and Meredith wouldn't have had, been all over us. And right now, I'm going to say this. On the Bears side, Cameron Meredith, y'all could go on ahead and get rid of Alshon and Jeffrey's steroid taking ass. You go ahead and let him go somewhere else. The Eagles want him, so go ahead and let him go over there with Deshaun Jackson next season. Let him go over there. Because if y'all just build y'all receiver core around Cameron Meredith, man, y'all might be okay, man. Because what y'all really lacking right now is a tight end. Y'all lacking a tight end. I know y'all offensive line is very similar to like our offensive line. We've been having, guys who are young and having to step in and shit like that. But man, y'all was so goddamn undisciplined, man. And let me just say this, man. Our crowd, man, again, our crowd, man, is just fucking awesome. I've been very thankful that we've had 4 games on CBS this year, because that crowd, man, I had my goddamn sound bar up, man, my stereo. Dude, that crowd was loud as fuck yesterday. I still can't tell the difference from game to game which one's louder. Now, the 2 games I've been to, the Rams and the Thanksgiving game against the Vikings, I still can't tell which one is the loudest. Like, I still can't tell, because they've all been equally loud to me. Like, they all been like really fucking loud. And it's gonna be so crazy during the playoffs, man. It's gonna be so fucking crazy, man. These cheerleaders, man, they don't get paid well, more than likely, but you know what? They've been absolutely doing their fucking job this season, man. They've been getting that crowd up out of their seats, making that noise on defense, dog. Man, that shit was loud as fuck. I remember that was like a delayed game in the first half somewhere, and this was in the first fucking half. This crowd was loud as fuck. They had to take a time out. They was the Bears just in shambles. They was in shambles most of this game, man. Just real undisciplined, man. A lot of flags. That's how I said, you really can't even blame the refs too much because some of that was on the Bears. That was a lack of discipline on the Bears side. That was just a lack of discipline. You can't tell me late in the game that fucking holding play on Ziggy Ansah, man. I think it was what was that nigga name? Not Larson, the other nigga. I forgot his name, man. But that nigga, he fucking tackled fucking Ansah. You telling me that wasn't a penalty? You know, and then the next one was a penalty too, man. Now the only one that I disagree with was probably the holding call on Lawson. I thought that shit probably should have been called on Lawson, but it was a judgment call, man. Look, we're the playoff team. They're not. We're going to get the calls in favor of us at that point of the game. So it is what it is, man. I don't know what Bear fans was really expecting. But like I said, they did well. Now let's talk about, because I can't really run too long here on this review because I got this New York week. I'm trying to finish before Mike Valenti come on. Because I didn't get a chance to do this at all last night. I was at work. As far as with Stafford, so with the injury. Now, to me, Stafford's injury really don't mean shit because he didn't get the Tannehill injury. Tannehill was the one that suffered a major injury. That's the nigga that's not even going to be able to fucking play. You know, Stafford shit is similar to Derek Carr. Actually, I think it's the same fucking injury. He just got to put on a glove. And one of the good things, and Stafford still played pretty well with that glove on. Now, he had some shitty throws, threw a pick six, threw a couple. The first pick wasn't on Stafford. That was a tap back. That first pick was like that Green Bay fucking pick early in the season. But the second one was, some people say he threw it on purpose so he could get into danger. So I said that's ridiculous. But Bolden was well covered. That was a good play by LeBlanc, on that defense coverage. But there was some drop passes too. So there was a lot of share of the blame today on the offensive side. It wasn't one of Stafford's better games. He could have played a lot better. He was really efficient in the first half, but hey, the thing about Stafford is, my thing with him is, he's a fucking G. The nigga played hurt, played on 9 fingers, had to get used to a glove, and still ripped this Bears defense to shreds, went all the way down the field, still won this ball game. This nigga's tough as nails, man. Ronnie Harrison had the perfect 3 words to describe that nigga. He's tough as nails, or tough as shit. Okay? That nigga, this is why I fucks with Stafford, because he puts his heart on the line on that football field. A lot of quarterbacks, a lot of pros in general don't do that shit. You're fucking pussy as hell. This nigga is like, I'm playing with a broken shoulder, all of that shit. He saw it in his rookie year, dislocated shoulder. This nigga, you could tell the fire in his eyes, man. We are winning because of this dude. We're 9-4 because of this dude. This dude, I can see it in his eyes, man. He wants to win that fucking first playoff game so bad. He wants this division. This is why I got a lot of confidence against the Giants, Cowboys, and Packers in the next 3 weeks. I'm not saying we're going to win all 3 of them motherfuckers, but we can. Because this guy, as long as he's back there, he's going to try to win the damn ball game. He's going to try to win the damn ball game. He only had 1 shitty game this season, and it was the first Bears game. This game was a huge upgrade over the last one. The first Bears game, I don't know what the fuck was going on in that game. He played like such shit in that game. This game, I didn't really have that much bad things to say about him. It wasn't one of his better performances, but I thought he played very good. Especially under the circumstances with, the injury. And to me, this finger, it's not even going to be a problem. He's going to have a whole week of a chance to get used to wearing it and throwing with it. So, and he was probably more likely going to wear a throwing glove anyways, because it's in the next week's game is in the elements. He was probably going to. I'm not for sure if he was going to wear one, but he was probably going to wear one next week. So, and the great thing about, if there's one thing that I can't say about our schedule, is that it worked out really well for us not really having cold games and shit or weather games. This was the only one on the schedule, really. This Giants one coming up, and then in the playoffs, we might only have to go on the road to Seattle. That might be the only game in the elements. So, and more than likely, it'll probably be like windy or some shit and rainy, or you know how Seattle weather is. There might be some shit like that going on, but not enough to really put it this way. We ain't seeing no Lambeau Field, no freezer conditions or nothing like that this year, or snow games or nothing. You know, it could snow in New York next week because this is going to be one hell of a winter this year. But you know, we'll see. But I don't think it's going to affect us. But I thought Stafford played well. Now the receivers dropped some balls, ran some wrong route. I mean, some routes was kind of ran pretty wrong. But the receivers did as best as they could yesterday. I thought. To me, the only thing that this receiver corps was really lacking yesterday, to me. And Marvin Jones came back a little bit, but you know what? One thing that I hated though, but even though they took some shots down the field and it was always a flag, I wanted to see Marvin Jones get a deep touchdown. I wanted to see him get a deep touchdown, but he had a decent game. When the ball was thrown to him, he was making the catches. That was something that was irritating me when he was struggling before he came back. You know, he was dropping a lot of balls. Anquan Bolden, clutch as fuck. I mean, what can we say about this dude? Clutch as fuck. Tate been on the road. I mean, he be getting all these little check down passes and shit like that. Dude's just, I mean, he's Mr. Yak. He's Mr. Yak. Yards after the catch, man. I mean, what can you say about him? This is the one thing I still got a problem with this Lions team. It is the Andre Roberts thing. And TJ Jones, the guys behind him. TJ Jones should have been in this game because he clearly outplayed Andre Roberts on the receiving end last week. Clearly outplayed this nigga. Andre Roberts is still having problems running routes. And his catches this season have been more opportunist. Like his best catch of the season was the Minnesota one because he actually ran the right route. But a lot of the other catches, like TJ Jones runs way better routes than this dude. And I sort of want to see TJ Jones out there, man. I mean, I think that was one thing that this offense was missing, man. He could be a huge X factor in the playoffs if they actually use him, man. I think at this point we're probably never going to see Jace Billingsley, so I probably shouldn't bring his name up no more. But yeah, man. I mean, I thought we should have shook it up and had TJ Jones out there, man. They're going to have to make a decision on that because I don't think we can really rely on Andre Roberts as much as they've been doing in this offense, man. I think they've been relying on him a little too much. And so I think he's been resulting in like 20% of Stafford's like missed plays or something like that, man. And we got to clean that up. Caldwell and Jim Barcool, they got to sit down and make this decision on this shit. Because either you're going to go, I mean, you got to really look at this shit. We're going to need a reliable fourth receiver. We're going to need a reliable fourth receiver, especially if Marvin Jones gets hurt again or even Tate or Bolden can't go one of these weeks. And hopefully they're able to go the rest of the season. All three of them. But we're going to have to make that decision. And Ebron. You know, just one bad play from Ebron, but he's been doing this thing. I would like to see the ball get thrown more to Ebron. I've been noticing, though, against really good defenses, they've been keying up on this nigga. They've been really keying up on him and Marvin Jones, man. Especially Ebron as of late. They've been really keying up on him. I noticed that in the Vikings game and now here in the Bears game, they've been really keying up on this motherfucker. But he was still able to make some clutch catches yesterday. So Ebron been balling out, man. He's been balling out, but I just want to see the ball. I just want to see him get the ball more. So offensive line, you know, Laken Tomlinson. This was probably it's up there as one of his best games as a pro because he actually kind of shocked me yesterday. He didn't have as bad of a game as he could have yesterday because Stafford could have really got blown up on his side yesterday. I thought Glenn Glasgow did a great job of coming in for Swanson. I still think Glasgow is eventually our future center. Now, Swanson been I still think they should take a look at switching these two again. Swanson back to his natural position at the guard position. That's his natural position. And let Glasgow be the fucking center. Because I think Glasgow is a natural fucking center. So that's something that they need to look at. But the line, the line today, look, the Bears have one of the better rush defenses in the league. And I thought that the line held up. Obviously the running game wasn't that good, but the running game started doing a lot better in the second half. I noticed that. Dwayne Washington was getting a little further along. Zach Zenner was picking up some plays, just like they did last week. But the first half, they was absolute trash in the first half. But pass protection was there. Offensive line holding up. They holding up. They not the best, but they holding up. So let me grade this offense so I get to the defense. I only got a few minutes here to talk about the defense. Offense, let me grade Stafford. Offense as a whole. I thought they could have been better, but they came through in the clutch. I thought I give more credit to the Bears defense. I'm going to give them a solid B. And I think I'm actually being generous because I could have easily gave him a B- or C+. But I'll give him that. Stafford had the greatest game, and the thing I like about Stafford is he hasn't had his best overall game yet. He's got a shot, and maybe it's the Dallas game. I don't know. Something telling me he's going to step up in one of these big games, whether it's now or in the playoffs. He's going to have a huge-ass fucking career game. This guy, shit. I got to give it to him for that injured hand. I'm going to give him a B+, man. The 2 picks, I would have gave him an A, but the 2 picks, I had to knock it down. I got to be fair. I don't want to be a homer here and just give him an A, but I got to be fair here. I got to give him a B+. The receivers dropped the ball a little too much in my taste at times. I'm going to give them a B. Thought they could have been a little bit better today, but they came through when they had to. I'm going to give them a solid B. Let's see. What else? The offensive line, I'm going to give them a B-. And get a running game like a C. Those are my grades on them. Now, defense, like I said, they did their job today, man. They've been stepping up. Terrell Austin, man, he's been showing. I was worried about Terrell Austin a little bit, man, at times in the last year or two. Since the 2014 season, I was a little like here and there with him, but he's been showing why he should be a head coach in 2017 somewhere. He's been stepping up. Man. Terrell Austin, you know what I'm saying? The only thing about us, we don't generate a good pass rush. And I think that's actually done by design because I noticed they play for the sticks. They like to keep everything in front of them. And this is one of the things I was talking about last week when I was talking about that 4-2-5 that they was playing against Breeze last week. I noticed that the defense this year keeps everything in front of them. And I think it's an adjustment that Terrell Austin made mid-season because I think that when he noticed he didn't have the talent on his defense, he started playing more of a system where he's keeping everything in front of him because he knows he doesn't have the personnel to really play, a defense where he can rely on dudes to take care of their man, you know what I'm saying, at different spots. I still think this team will benefit from 4-2-5, but it's obvious that they're going to play this 4-3 because Levy's back. So, but I love one of the things I always loved about the Terrell Austin defense is the rotations. Guys get rotated in and out of there on the defensive line and the secondary. Guys get rotated in and out. They take breathers. They come back really strong. Hey, it's working. It's working. And this defense is getting healthy at the right time. It's getting its ass in gear at the right time. So this is why I believe that this defense right now is at a really good spot right now, man. They're at a really good spot. I feel really confident that they can play with the big boys. I think we've got one of the better defenses going into the NFC playoffs, man. I think we do. I think we got a defense that could actually win a Super Bowl too. I think we do. Even though Bob Quinn got a lot of work to do in the offseason, I think that we can do it. Like, it's a patchwork ass defense, but we can actually do it because they play as a team on this defense. And just like the Denver Broncos did last year, they play as a team and as a unit. You know what I'm saying? There's no, really, to be honest, man, I mean, you know, outside of Slay, there really ain't no, like, glaring one guy who's doing everything on the field and not needing help. I mean, we can say that's Levy and Anza, but they have, I mean, them guys ain't been healthy this year to be on that. I think Kerry Hyder might be the closest number 2 on there because Kerry Hyder, man, that dude balls out. And Glover Quinn, even though Glover Quinn isn't that old, but that dude still balls out too, man, for a guy his age, man. I know I think he's like 30 or 31, but like in football years, I mean, especially as a free safety, I mean, he's not that young, but, you know, hey, the defense getting it done. Let me grade them, man, because I'm ready to shut this video off. The defense as a whole, man, I got to give them an A, man, because, you know, even though they had a few lapses against the Bears, Matt Barkley played pretty well. I thought that they did enough. They only gave up 10 points. I thought that they did enough today to keep the Bears out of the end zone most of the time, out of field goal positioning. They played to the strengths of the crowd. This defense could travel too. That's the thing about this defense. They can travel. I was impressed with them today. Defensive line, I'm giving them an A+. Linebackers, much improved. B. Secondary, B+. I got nothing really bad to say about this defense. Like I said, the only weak spot was Nevin Lawson, but even he didn't have that bad of a game. So they still, I think one of their biggest problems still is lapses. They've cleaned up the middle of the field. I noticed that here, but they just got to clean it up. And Jordan Howard, you know, there was at times Jordan Howard was getting off, but they did a much better job of containing him than in their first game. Like I knew that anyways because there wasn't really no game tape on Howard the first time we played him, so I knew that was going to happen. Oh yeah, one thing I don't want to see, bubble screens. Every time I fucking see that shit, I get irritated as fuck when I see those bubble screens, man. I saw one yesterday, and this is the only time I got really mad in the fucking game watching it. I was like, fuck that bubble screen, because every time I've seen it in the NFL in general this year, it hasn't worked. I'm like, these coaches still run that shit. Oh my god. Oh my god. Now, let me talk about this playoff picture really quick. First of all, Green Bay. Look, niggas. Green Bay is still a 4-6 football team, and I'm not impressed with them. First of all, they've been playing teams at the right time. They played the Eagles at the right time. Look at where the Eagles were at when they played them. They played my Texans at the right time. And actually, the Texans looked a lot more better in that game because Brock Osweiler, that's why they won that game in Indy today, because Brock Osweiler actually been playing better lately. And they played better than I thought they would in the snow. So, and in the Seahawks game, you didn't have fucking Earl Thomas, so you got him at the right time. Plus, Seahawks just really haven't had that good of an identity on the road this season, you know, outside of the Patriots game, to me. So, to me, they've been catching teams at the right time. Now, I'm not gonna discount the Packers on that because you play the teams in front of them. Because people could say that about our Lions, that we've been facing teams at the right time. But in my opinion, man, the Packers are still a 4-6 football team. And the last 3 games are division opponents. Now, people call our schedule tough. Actually, I think the Packers might be a lot more tougher. When you got your last 3 as division opponents, and I don't care, you can throw the records away. When you face division teams, just like you saw in this Bears game, right? You throw that shit out the fucking window. When you face division teams, and you got 3 of them, and you think you're going to run the table and go 3-0? Get the fuck out of here, man. You're going to lose 1 or 2 of those bastards. You're not running shit, Aaron Rodgers. You're not running shit. You're not back. You still 4-6. Your team's still 4-6, and you got this injury. I think it was Terry Bradshaw that broke that shit down yesterday. Nigga, this Bears team, That ain't no easy game next week. Y'all think y'all just gonna walk in there and pick up that win. That's a trap game. That's a trap game for y'all ass. And y'all not us where y'all could beat them Bears, because Bears is a tough ass team to beat. You know, I know they 3-11, but they a tough ass, or 3-10, but they a tough ass team to beat. Don't think you just gonna the next 2 games against them in Minnesota, you losing one of those 2 games because Minnesota knows how to go up there and beat you, and I think Minnesota's back on track. I've never wavered on this shit. Minnesota is still the biggest threat to us. The defense is legit. There's nothing legit about fucking Green Bay. There's nothing legit about them. The defense still soft to me. The run defense still soft. Pass defense still soft. I mean, not the run defense, but the pass defense. The run defense is actually the legit part of their defense. It's the pass defense that is going to cost them a game. It's going to cost them a game. There was at times, if Russell Wilson's receiver stepped the fuck up in that game, that score would have been 30-30. It would have been like a shootout. It would have been a fucking shootout. I'm telling you, man, I think Minnesota's back on track. I won't be surprised if Minnesota win the rest of their fucking games. I won't be surprised. Minnesota is the biggest threat. But I think Minnesota could get in as a wild card as well. So I still think the division is safe for us. I think this win takes care of it. This is an important win. The 2 most important wins that we had was that Jaguars in this game, because those are 2 trap games at home, and we took care of business. Winning that games, you're in the playoffs, no doubt about it. The worst that they just won't win a division, but they'll be in the playoffs. The Lions will be in the playoffs. We win one more game, we got the division. So that's why I said Lions just need to keep everything in front of them. Make sure that game in week 17 do not count for shit, okay? Make sure that game do not count for shit. So if you do that, you got things going your way. But I'm not scared of Green Bay. I know that team. The team that got blown out by Tennessee, that's the same team right now. You just don't change the stripes of your colors overnight. I think that's one thing that the Lions did last year, that they was fooling people. They were still the 1-17 that they was even in the second half of the season. They were still 1-7. It's just that they caught teams at the right time in the second half. That's what the Packers doing right now. But eventually, that 4-6 record is going to catch up to them. It's going to catch up to them. And that's all I got to say about that. I'm not saying that the Packers won't make the playoffs, period, because they can still get a wild card, but they ain't winning this damn division. This division is ours. You know? Minnesota is going to be the only wild card in this shit. But I think we got that shit because we took care of them anyway. So, as long as we finish ahead of them, we got the tiebreaker. So I'm not too worried about Minnesota either. But that's my stance on it. And like I said, I wasn't worried about Seattle because the last 3 games are easy. They're divisional games, but I think they're winnable games for them. You know? So I think we're going to be the 3 seed. Probably going to be playing wild card weekend. We're just going to have to deal with playing that game in Seattle, man. We're just going to have to deal with that shit. But we got to find out who the fuck is going to play us in that first round, because Tampa Bay scares the shit out of me. Washington scares the shit out of me. And even a rematch against Green Bay, I won't even like facing them twice. I know I just talk shit about them, but facing them in a winner-takes-all game, I mean, I don't like facing them back to back like that. You know, back to back, I don't like it. You know, that shit could be like the '93 playoffs. You know what I'm saying? '94. You know, I don't want to see that shit repeat happening. So, but that is what it is. But like I said, I'm not scared of them. I'm not worried about them. I'm honestly not worried about them. It's the Vikings that I'm worried about, man. It truly is the Vikings, man, because they got that defense, man. And when you're 4-6, you're 4-6. The Vikings were always like right around 500 or over 500, so they were never like the Packers were, you know, when they were terrible. So those things will catch up to the Packers. Those things will catch up to them. It usually does in the NFL, you know. And, you know, shout out to Taylor Hill. because your Broncos lost again, and your sister McKinley. You know, I noticed y'all ain't been responding to my text lately because your Broncos is ass right now. You know what I'm saying? So that is what it is. All right, y'all. That'll do it for now. I'm gonna catch y'all doing the Giants game, man. If I got time this week, maybe I'll make a preview, man. We'll see. We got Cop Pizzle this week. Hate week wise, we got Cop Pizzle and a few other dudes. We'll see what they saying. We'll see what they saying. These Giant fans. We'll see what they saying. This gonna be a good hate week too, man. You know, I haven't done one in a while. You know, I'm still trying to pick my spots on when I want to do a hate week or not. You know, but we'll see. Maybe I'll do a preview. I don't know. It's a big enough game to do one. Just depends on how my schedule goes the rest of the week, man. Because I'm gonna try to really kick in some work this week, man. I'm really try to do that because I've been really taking off like since I got back from my trips to Mexico City, Detroit, and Oakland that 1 week. I've been really trying to take it easy. So, we're just sitting back watching some NBA action. My Raptors play tonight. You know, I can't believe the Pistons lost to the Sixers, man. That shit was just disgraceful. But not surprised, though. I mean, the Sixers, they've been playing some pretty good basketball. You know, I've been watching them on League Pass, and even though their record don't say it, they basically like the Care Bears. They got a bad record, but they play really well in their games, though. So, they just got to learn how to finish. It's like all young teams. So, and it's kind of the same thing with the Pistons. They just got to, you know, I don't know. Sometimes I think they just have lapses, man. They just have lapses. So, I don't know. We'll see what happens, man. All right, y'all. Peace. I'm the Ace Taker. This is your boy, the Ace Taker of the Detroit Lions and the DVE family, and we are out. Go Lions.
When I get that feeling, I won't sexual killing. Let's go, bro! Turn up, bro! Yeah! Turn up! When I get that feeling, I won't sexual killing. When I get that feeling, I won't sexual killing. When I get that feeling, I won't sexual killing.
Sheila.
"23rd time's a charm."
Boom. Yes. 23rd time is the charm, Cliff.
Yeah, you showed me. Yes, you did.
This must be how Odell Beckham feels when he scores a game-winning touchdown.
This must be how Shelly felt when she won that purple bear. Pepsi.
3rd and 15. Prescott under pressure, going deep downfield, and that's going to be picked off at the 9-yard line. Intended for Bryant. You got Leon Hall with a good run back. Ooh, all kinds of action. And a good run back, and Prescott had 2 interceptions in 12 games. 2 tonight, and that's Beckham making the catch. And off to the races he goes. Carr chasing him down. Can't get him. Touchdown Giants. They take the lead. "61 yards after the interception."
There is nobody like him. I'm telling you, with the ball in his hands,
he has to be the most exciting player in the National Football League. He's giving it the coronation wave.
Right.
Wow. You know, he's dropped a couple of key passes, and then it just explodes. And coverage, because Sean Lee is going to run right out, and it's going to come right in behind him. Just a single high safety, and when you get the single high safety, somebody has to try and tackle Odell Beckham, and nobody can catch him. Unbelievable what that guy has done since he's come in the league. And when he gets his hands on the ball, and there is an ounce of space out there, just so explosive.
Baby doll. Just, you know, we made it back. For everybody that's been wondering, Baby doll and I made it back safe and sound. We're all good, right, baby doll? We good. We made it back.
We made it back.
We made it back. It was a long way back home, but man, we made it back. And you know, it's been a few hours. It's been several hours since the game ended, and you know, I'm kind of tired, you know, from celebrating last night and then traveling, and you know, I'm just really not in the mood to really celebrate, you know. But I mean, who the fuck we kidding? How about them Giants?
Did that win feel good? Did that win feel good? Did that win
Whoa!
feel good?
Baby doll! What about that defense?
So good.
$200, son. I think you actually gonna be a man and pay up. I think you're gonna be a man. But baby doll, the question is, what are we gonna do with this? I think what we should do. This is what they do in radio and TV. Leave them with a little cliffhanger. You know what I'm saying? Like just leave them wondering, what will he do with this? Baby doll! Woo! Yes! Now, do you want to woo? I know you wooed all last night. Do you want to woo right now?
One woo.
One woo. Give me one woo.
That's a good one.
Give me one. Because why, baby doll?
Because we won.
No, because I'm in the winning business.
Oh.
And listen to me, Lizzie. Listen to me. If you ain't winning, you ain't got no damn business up in here! Woo! How about them jokes?
Giants go out and march to victory. Go out and roll down that field as you destroy the enemy. Hail to the red, white, and blue as you conquer every foe. Fight, fight, Giants, get that ball and go, go Giants, go. Come on and go, Giants, go. Go out and march to victory. Go out and roll down
It might not look like it sometimes, but there's an underlying order to the game of football. Diagram plays, a clock, rules. Every player knows what to expect. Life doesn't work that way. There are hidden tragedies beyond our control, and no one to call timeout or throw a penalty flag. Retinitis pigmentosa is a hereditary eye disease that strikes without warning. Hundreds of thousands of people have RP and other inherited eye diseases. That would fill a lot of football stadiums. We don't know the cause or the cure, just the symptoms. Night blindness and tunnel vision, followed by a gradual loss of sight. The RP Foundation is sponsoring research in many hospitals and universities. They've started a retina donor program, improved diagnostic techniques, and helped with vision aids. And there are RP information centers all over the country. If you or a member of your family has RP, contact your local RP chapter.
Are we celebrating something?
Yes! Jets up by 14. Look alive, Jell.
Why did I come in here?
Why did I throw that?
He really shouldn't have thrown that. Move your hands up, dude.
Why won't my hands move?
Maybe he'll surprise me. Even seals catch balls, and they don't have arms.
Ooh, do I have an ice pack in the fridge?
No pressure, no pressure.
This'll tell me everything I need to know about you.
Don't close your eyes, don't close your eyes.
Come on, Chael. One time.
I got it!
Way to go, Chael. I love you so much.
Wow, he caught it.
I'll get the ice pack.
That's a purple face tomorrow.
What is our end game here, Max? Are we hiding? Are we fleeing? I just want to know what we're ugly walking toward.
Do I look like a person with an end game? Also, you ended the game.
Angry mob aside, the good news is I did manage to get that flyer to Blue Ivy's people.
The bad news is you created the biggest disaster in sports since Magic Johnson's talk show.
Someone's coming.
Well, you said you wanted more followers. Now you have them in real life.
Oh my God.
This is where the 17th best team in the league gets naked. And also where it ends for old Max and Caroline.
What? It's not like the players come right into the locker room after the game. Oh my God, the players come right into the locker room after the game. Of course we'd be in here. This is so us.
You know what else is so us? Me stealing one of these jerseys.
Let's just do the interview in the locker rooms.
Crap, you're coming in here. We can't be the face of this, Max. We'll be the most hated business in Brooklyn. And I'm including the new breakfast restaurant with the valet stroller parking.
This is where the 17th best team in the league goes #1.
And from the looks of it, their aim isn't good in here either.
Those girls were crazy, man. They cost us a game. We were almost the 16th best team in the league.
How did they get into the VIP section?
I was wondering the same thing about Tim Allen. Yo, man, take a look at this thing on my back. Does it look like cancer? It seems like more than a mole, you know?
Actually, it looks like a precancerous basal cell. We should get a better look in the light in the bathroom.
Here, over here. Get in the ice bathtub. It's big enough for 2.
Big enough for 2? That's what Chili said about their new coconut mozzarella sticks, but swing and a miss.
You went to Chili's and didn't tell me?
I was afraid you'd try to get us a better table.
Oh, yeah, I definitely get that thing checked out. Yo, I gotta ice this knee.
Worst thing that has ever happened to me.
Where is everybody? Looks like we're the first ones here. We're just gonna have to sit and wait. They'll show up. Ooh, looks like something else showed up.
Hey, hey, hey. Now look at what you find here in the big city.
Hey, you guys, we ain't got time. Are you kidding? Times that we got plenty of.
Asking a question, but where's the dudes? Chicks like you always got dudes around.
They took the night off. Went up to the Bronx. Don't worry about them. They're lame. Real cripples. Come on.
When I got off that subway and I saw you, I thought, oh, baby, throw it my way. I mean, it's really great of you chicks taking us in like this.
We know about the Warriors. They're a heavy outfit. Well, sure, we know about you guys.
How'd you hear about us?
You know how it is. Word gets around.
Well, yeah, I guess we are pretty well known.
Uh-huh. Come on.
When you need me, call my name in the day or night. Don't you ever be ashamed anytime you try. Yeah, yeah. Come on, baby, oh, baby. Move a little closer, let's go. I'm getting anxious to know.
What?
You know, you're all the first friendly faces we've seen all night.
Hey, that's the way we are. Let's party a little, get something going.
Yeah, sure. Hey, I can dig that.
Hey, you know, you came to the right guys. Oh, hurt me.
Oh, don't thank us, man. Just relax. Fall out. Take your pick.
Hey, thanks. This is a great outfit. What clique is this?
With a Lizzie's.
Lizzie's. Hey, great. Just great. I like that. I like it.
Glad to hear it.
Man, we got to come to this part of town more often.
Yeah, right.
Got to. Thanks a lot.
Looks like you're the winner.
Yeah, you're right.
How much longer we're gonna hang around here?
Huh? Hey, what's your hurry, man? We just got here.
We ought to be getting back to Union Square. They're gonna be worried about us.
Yeah, sure, in a minute. No break in the action.
Hey, little man, you want to dance?
With you, babe.
So you're the famous warriors, the guys that shot Cyrus.
Shit, the chicks are packed! The chicks are packed!
Look, man. No, we gotta hold ourselves together. We got to. See, man, if we go to pieces, somebody out there is gonna get us.
They think we shot Cyrus.
What are you talking about? I don't get it.
They think we shot Cyrus. Every gang in the city must be looking for us.
Holy shit.
We're not gonna be able to make it back.
We're gonna make it back. We came this far and we're gonna go the rest of the way.
Now let's go to Union Square, okay? We gotta tell the rest of the guys.
Hey, Angela. How come you never take showers when the rest of us do? Huh? You queer or something? Oh, I know what it is. You haven't reached puberty yet. Is that it? I bet you don't even have your period. That's enough, Judy. Angela's allowed to shower in the morning or any other time she wants to. Yeah. She takes showers when no one can see. She has no hair down below. Judy! She's a real carpenter's dream. The light is a board and needs a screw. That's enough! Fuck off!
Stephanie, who is that guy?
Oh, he's a arranger, record producer. He wants to do films. Oh, he's gonna move now to a more expensive apartment. I met him at the agency. He didn't want his wife to know how much money he had until the divorce was final. Come on, let's go.
I mean, who is he to you, Stephanie? That's what I'm talking about.
He's a friend of mine, okay? He's a friend. And I was living with him for a little while.
Are you in love with this man or what? I mean, tell me the story. I mean, that's all I'm asking.
No, I'm not. We had a thing, you know. It didn't work out, and it's over now. And he's my friend, and he still likes me.
He likes you to have you around for a quick peace when he feels like it.
He helped me, man. You don't know what it's like at that place. It's crazy. You don't know shit. You know? I didn't know how to do stuff, so I go to him and I would ask him, and he would tell me how to do things, and then I go back to work and everything would be all right. Otherwise, I'd be walking around like an idiot, going, I don't know. And he helps me. He does.
He helps you what? Get in and out of the sack? Is that what he helps you do?
He helped me.
Sure.
What the hell you expect me to do, man? What do you expect me to do? He helped me.
Warriors, come out to play. Warriors, come out to play. Warriors, come out to play. Warriors, come out to play.
Hey, you little beaver punk, open that door.
Freeze, greaseball. What's the world coming to, girl? Get 'em!
Hey, do you guys have a tape measure?
Oh, yeah, it's actually my bedroom.
That's right. What's up, Joey?
How you doing?
What am I going to do? I can't handle this.
Tony, if you want to get rid of her, you're going to have to be mean. You're going to have to hurt her.
I don't know if I can. I was raised by my mother and 3 older sisters. I was always taught to respect women.
Well, she doesn't give a damn about what she's putting you through. Tony, come on. Just get as tough as she is. I mean, you gotta stop worrying about her feelings and you gotta start taking care of yourself.
You're right.
Yeah.
Denise, can I have a word with you?
Sure. Tony, I know what it is. You want to apologize, and that's okay.
I don't want to apologize, Denise.
You don't?
No, I don't.
Tony, listen, I understand.
Shut up! Just shut up and listen.
You ain't seeing me anymore, and I ain't seeing you anymore. We ain't seeing each other anymore. Psychologists, they got a term for people like you. What is it? Oh yeah, you got a screw loose. You ever come around here again, I'm gonna hand you your head. I'm sick and tired of your face. Now why don't you just take a walk? Why don't you get out? You heard me, out.
I love you when you're like this.
Listen, Denise. Tony doesn't want to tell you the real reason why he can't see you anymore. Because he's afraid the truth is going to hurt you real bad.
The truth?
Yeah, the truth that he's in love with someone else. Who? Him.
What? Louie, you're a homosexual?
I prefer to think of it as an alternative lifestyle.
Did you really think that I'd believe this? I guess you really do want to get rid of me. I never thought you'd stoop so low as to make up a lie like this.
Hey, Denise, you think I'm stooping low now? To get rid of you, I'd marry him.
You make me sick. Goodbye.
Hey, Louie!
What do you mean, stoop so low?